Hi there guys, my name's Paul, I'm 22 years old, I'm from a small town called Weymouth, and the reason I'm doing this channel and this video is to raise awareness for limb-girdle muscular dystrophy. Not specifically limb girdle, just kind of muscular dystrophy as a whole. So I want to take you through kind of my story, where it began, where it is now, what I'm doing. First of all, I want to say not all my content's going to be around muscular dystrophy. Most of it will be, but there may be a few random bits here and there. I will try to keep the language as PG as possible throughout my channel. There may be the odd swear word here and there, so please forgive me. So yeah, my name's Paul, like I said. So I'm going to explain kind of my story, my background. So I was 14 years old and I had a broken toe. So my mum and I went down to the hospital. After several times of being back and forth and being told my toe wasn't broken, I was pretty adamant that it was because it hurt and it was swelling by the day. So we went down to the hospital and they conducted a few tests, blood tests, stuff like that. And the tests didn't come back quite how they'd expected or I'd expected. So there was something in the male gene. There's a gene called a CK, like Calvin Klein. CK, yep. So in the male, that shouldn't be above between, if I'm correct, 1,000 or 2,000, kind of in the middle. Mine was way over 8,000, which was a massive, big exclamation mark, kind of red sign, big red button. So I went up to Dorchester for some tests, which is still a local hospital, but has a lot more facilities. They were very curious as to why this was how it was. So diabetes was in question, which was a no. Further tests were made and nothing came through. So eventually I was booked in for a muscular biopsy, as all their curiosities kind of went towards the muscles from there onwards. So I had an operation on my toe, and at the same time I had a biopsy. So this was when I was 14. So after that happened, there was no contact for 2 years. When I was 16, I found out that the muscle they'd taken from my leg had been sent to Newcastle from Southampton and was lost. So that was very hard for me to deal with, because I was waiting for such an important answer, and they'd lost my muscle, which was freaky as well, thinking that someone had my muscle. Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, so about 16 and a half years old, I had a letter that changed my life big time, and it was my diagnosis letter requesting me to go to London. I knew it was serious when they requested me to go to London Neuromuscular Specialist Hospital. So we went up to London, me and my mum, and my sister, my twin sister, she's very good. And well, all my family's very good, to be fair. But yeah, me, my sister and my mum. And I sat down with the specialist, the woman who was about to give me this news, and she said to me, "Paul, you've got limb-girdle muscular dystrophy type 2I." And to a 16-year-old who was in a lot of pain, a load of unanswered questions, that was, for me, that was, at the time, not a big deal, because with muscular dystrophy, it's a very rare condition. People are very uneducated. So I took that away, and the main thing this woman said to me that diagnosed me was, do not Google your condition. And to me, as a curious 16-year-old that had not actually got any answers except for a diagnosis, was instantly on Google, looking up my condition. And safe to say, my mum actually Googled it as well without telling me. She was in tears downstairs, I was in tears upstairs. It was very hard. and I could tell why they told me not to research it. So from the age of 16 and a half to the age of 18, my life, to me, was, during that time period, was almost not worth living. I felt very lost. I turned to things I shouldn't have turned to. I almost lost my relationship with my mum and a few other members of my family. I was rebelling, I was rude, I was angry. I was angry at people telling me it's going to be okay, and they couldn't relate. They couldn't be sure it was going to be okay because I was still in pain. I was given no more answers. I was kind of diagnosed and chucked into a crowd of other people with minimal importance, which felt horrible. So as a crazy 16 and a half year old all the way through to 18, I was just self-destruct. I had seen pictures of people with my condition or muscular dystrophy in general, and I was made, well, from what I've seen, my life was planned out. I didn't get a choice of what was going to happen. It was, that's going to happen. So I self-destruct, that was it. All the way through till 18, I was doing things, I was risking my life, I was drinking too much, taking drugs here and there, not sticking down a job. I was doing everything someone in that state of mind should not do. Because when you're in that state of mind, doing all those things that negatively impact your health as well as your mental state, is, you think it's an escape route, but actually it's just recipe for disaster. So luckily, I got to 18. I went a bit crazy going out clubbing type stuff because I was drinking. Not drinking a lot, but when I was drinking quite heavily in the night. But luckily, after a few months of being 18, I woke up and thought, I need to sort my shit out. This isn't me. I've got this condition. I've got this curse. But I'm not going to let it defeat me. It's not going to happen. Because I'm stronger than that. And I've got a supportive family. So from that day on, I thought, instead of trying to deal with this condition, instead of trying to beat this condition, maybe I should focus on trying to live with this condition. Maybe I should focus on this condition being part of my life for the rest of my life, and I learn to do things that don't have a negative impact on this condition. So I started taking things a lot easier when it came to drinking. I definitely don't do the drugs, because that was never an addiction or a habit. That was just me kind of, that's it, I'm done. But I grew out of that very quickly. So the reason I made this channel is I found myself getting very angry with people always telling me it's going to be okay. If you haven't got my condition and you can't relate, how can you tell me it's going to be okay? That was my mindset, and it kind of still is, which is why I'm making this channel today. So I can reach out to people who I can almost guarantee are feeling the same. Hey, I've got your condition, you've got mine, or a different strand of my condition, or a condition that, let's have a chat. That's the goal. I want to educate people. I want people to know there's someone they can come to if they want to chat, if they need support, advice, and they don't feel like they can go to their loved ones. The reason I've chose YouTube is purely because I've seen a lot of people doing this on Instagram. I haven't really looked in Facebook. There's a lot of awareness on Instagram. But personally, on a video, I feel like when I watch a YouTube video, if it's an engaging video, it's quite nice to have someone talk to you, especially if there's advice and there's value in that video. You can build kind of more of a connection. The more videos you watch, you can kind of relate, especially if the person is quite personable. So that's my goal. I want to build relationships with people that want advice, people that kind of just want someone to talk to. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm creating this site, because, you know, I struggle with it every day. The reason I made this video today is I'm going to open up to you, which isn't easy. The reason I made this video today is I was at work. I've had a really bad day. It's alright to have a bad day. A lot of pain. There's things I had to sit down with my boss this morning and say that I couldn't do specific tasks within my job role because of my condition. And there's people younger than me, people my age, who are physically fitter than I am. Opposite sex, same sex, doesn't matter. But for me, that's quite damaging for me. I find it very hard to sit down and admit that I'm different to every other 22-year-old. They might be able to run miles, I can barely walk miles, but that's fine. The miles I will walk will have an impact. And that's the way I look at things now. So that was the reason I'm uploading this today, because I had a hard day. I thought, on my hard days, I've never felt like there's someone I can go to, face to face or video to video. And it's quite nice to get reassurance. It's quite nice to have a chat with someone or watch someone present how they cope. So that is the reason I'm uploading this video today. And what I want to say is kind of my biggest challenges so far. In the year of 2018, I had my blessing. I was blessed with my baby boy, who is thankfully extremely healthy. But he has actually got an eye condition. But I've got a condition. Do you know what I mean? We make it what we make it. So yeah, my 2018, I started the year well, had my little boy. I was doing a heavy labouring job. Felt fine, dramatically within a month. Felt absolutely atrocious, physically agony, mentally unstable. Within the month I collapsed at work, smashed my face in, and the 7 months following I was unable to walk unaided. Spent about 6 months in a wheelchair, 1 month on a walking stick, and I consider myself very lucky today to be stood in this kitchen doing this video. Luckily the same company redeployed me, and I'm now only allowed to do office-based jobs for the rest of my life, which isn't me. So I'm gonna think of a business, something like that, kind of give myself a bit of self-worth. I'm gonna build something. So yeah, I did it with muscular dystrophy. This is what it is. So that's why I've made this channel, because I wanna relate. I wanna help people. Social media below. Make sure you follow me or add me. Drop me a message if you're having a hard day. Drop me a message. On weekends I work Monday to Fridays. Depending on how far you are. If you're quite local to Dorset, weekends, if you're in a situation where you want to grab a coffee, have a chat, grab a coffee, have a chat, let me know. If you're not too far, or if you are far and you can give me a bit of notice, we can meet up, make a video, bring it on this channel, really spread the awareness of muscular dystrophy, educate people. Because the thing with educating people, where muscular dystrophy is so unspoken, well, locally to me it's unspoken. It might be more spoken about in other areas, but I'm quite, I don't really go away much, so, excuse me, within Weymouth, it's not very known. So there's been times where, I've been walking and people have made jokes asking me why I'm walking like I've shit my pants, asking me why I'm walking funny, taking a piss, making jokes. I know they're trying to have a laugh. It does upset me, but I don't take it personally because they're uneducated, which is my goal. I don't want people to feel how I've been made to feel sometimes. If people know about a condition and know that he could be walking funny because XYZ, it might prevent people being maybe in the same situation I have been in. But yeah, so I really appreciate you all tuning in. I look forward to building a community of people that want to make a change, a community of people that want to spread the word, help people out. I mean, we're all human, we're all on this planet for a reason. If I can't solve your problem, someone else will be able to. So let's build a community, let's spread the awareness, and let's make a change. So oh, one more thing. 2019, this year, I just want to say my symptoms quickly are I'm lethargic all the time, horrible, constantly tired, and I have extreme muscle pains, constantly growing pains. So there's a product that I've found, it's got a lot of positive feedback medically. It's there's many testimonials saying this product has helped people with many conditions. So I'm going to get this product within 2019. I don't know when just yet. And I will be reviewing it. I will be saying the side effects, the benefits, the pros, the cons. Because if there is a product out there that can help people with anything, let's get it out there. Let's start helping people. Appreciate all your time, guys. Thank you very much. Sorry for the long video. Most of the other videos in my channel from now on probably won't be as long. If they are, they're probably worth watching. Subscribe, like, comment, add me on Facebook, reach out. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.